Welcome to Foodcast. I'm your host, Rick, and today we're gonna talk about focus. Well, that came to me like a couple of weeks ago when we were getting ready for the new menu from one of the restaurants. And my task was create the recipes and put the things together for the restaurant. So it was a little bit difficult for me to get the things together. Like I'm goal oriented and extremely focused. People around me was a little bit too relaxed. And I start to do the things and they're just looking and say, "Chef, relax. Everything will be okay. Just put the things together and we'll work around down the road." And I look and say, no, we need to focus and do once right. That's it. And then adjust a little bit, just tune it. So that week was very hard. I barely ate or drink water or anything. I was literally breathing work. And the consequence of that was a success. And that moment I look and say, all right, that's focus. And I look and said, I need to tell you about that. Majority of us as chefs, we don't have much focus. We just go day in, day out, do the work we need to do, and do what we are supposed to do. People don't realize chefs and their egos, they put that in the front of them. They don't look at the bigger picture, where they want to be in the bigger picture. It's very difficult for them to achieve their goals because of that. To explain a little, we need to understand the kind of chefs we have, like why you got in the industry. Some of them is for status, all of them because of the food. Some is for express themselves, status, adrenaline because of the vibe in the kitchen. The list can go longer than my arm. But as I said, the kitchen fact is, doesn't matter why you're there. You have to do a job. That's the bottom line. So sometimes that can become like a wall in the front of your dreams and crunch you if you don't have focus. And then you get lost doing what you do or what you have to do. And then when you realize 10 years pass and you're there just chopping onions or peeling potatoes. And you look and say, oh my God. And that's how become as I said before, the frustrated chef. People get frustrated and it's a different story. The question is how to achieve your goals, how to focus, how you can focus. At first, you need to understand another thing. There are different kind of levels as a chef. Instead of titles, it's levels, if it makes sense to you. I created that when I was doing a training program. And that makes like someone going from zero to a head chef in about 7 years. And with good quality knowledge. And I'll tell you, it's very difficult to reach in 7 years. Very difficult. You need to be like amazing good to reach. Realistically, it would be about like 9 years. But it's feasible. It's feasible. We can do it. So when I put in levels, the chefs, they go 1 to 10. I could see by experience, not the titles they hold before. And titles those days is so easy to get. Like I had people working like 3 years and get a title as a head chef in a small canteen in a catering business. Like it's a little bit slap in your face with a wet fish after you work 10, 15 years and your title is a head chef. And somebody just 3 years out of their diapers and they are head chefs. And you look at you, seriously, that's not true. Yes, I agree, it's not true. So with that in mind, majority of the chefs, they will manage to reach about level 6. How to improve, how to get there fast and with focus, efficient and better than anyone. The focus is the main thing you can have. That's inside your head. You need to be extremely focused what you do. And how to achieve that is reading, tasting food as much as you can. You need to develop your people skills. You need to know numbers and financial. Don't expect people will do that for you. They expect you to know your numbers. They expect you to know how to treat people. So you be your own HR. You're going to be your own finance. You're going to be your food critic. And yes, and then you look and say, where reading get that? Not in practice. No, not a chance. It's very difficult to get that in practice. You're going to spend 20 years in the kitchen to learn those things in the real world. You need to read, you need to improve yourself, and you need to focus on you. Focus is based only on you. So the difference you're going to find out there will be that. Like for the new chefs, I'll tell you something, yeah? The main issue those days is the young chefs, they want to grow quick. They think they already know everything. And lots of chefs, they have insecurity. And they think they're not good. They think they're missing something or whatever. They hide some sort of insecurity. And that's the part we need to work a lot. It's okay to be insecure. It's okay to be afraid of something. But the first step is the most important. You need to focus on that. Day in, day out. When you're working, make sure you're there. And you focus on what you have to do. And I have to tell you, like, I got where I am because I had to focus in my job. I was the first in, the last out. Not because I was slow. I was the first in, the last out. Because I want to make sure I don't need to run after my tail. And the less out because I want to make sure I do more in the follow day. And you ask me how you do more. Majority of the chefs, they want to get the position to from somebody who's above them or ahead of them. I want to get their job. No. That's the part you need to be focused. That person has something to teach you. So what I used to do is I used to do all my production. I do everything I have to do. And then I find some time there in the morning to jump to who was above me, like my sous chef or head chef, and tell them, you have something for me to do. Sometimes they used to give me like, do their prep or do something they don't like. I start to identify that. They always give you something they don't want or they don't like. So that's their weakness. But they know how to do. So I will learn that. So in, day out, I was doing my job and somebody else's job. I wasn't expecting people recognizing that. I was expecting to learn. If that person leaves or have a position, I expect people to offer me the position, not me going and ask. If you have to go and ask for a position in a place you work, it's because you're not ready. Or in their eyes, you're not ready yet. And that's the point you go and say, what do I need to learn more to achieve that level? That's what I normally tell all my chefs. Things come naturally. You don't need to go after. If you focus and you do your things right, things will come to you, not you go to them. At the beginning, yes, when your first 3 years in the kitchen, yes, you need to go after. You need to show yourself, say, look, I'm here, because there's a lot of people there. But older you start to get, more experience you have, the things will naturally happen. Your reputation will come before you. Let's finish off. I'll tell you a quote from Emmitt Smith. He's an American football player. And he said, all men are created equal. Some work harder in the pre-season. I'll change a little. All chefs are created equal. Some work harder in the pre-season. I think what I said before and plus this quote give an idea why some chefs succeed and some not so much, let's say, is the focus you have. So doesn't matter what's your dream as a chef, you can reach. You just need focus, find a place, and create that base. The things will follow after. That being said, thank you for listening to Foodcast.